What's up? It's been a minute since we kicked it. You're in hello. Hello, hello. Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kendall D, and I'm here. Today we are going to, okay guys, disclaimer, it is Easter. I had me about a glass and a half of wine. Okay? I had a glass and a half. But we're going to get through this video. I'm not like, it's a good day, guys. It's Easter. Happy Easter. Okay, let's get into today's video. So as a part of my documenting journey, I am very open with you all about how I am learning money, learning how to invest, learning how to save, and starting my finances over from scratch. So without further ado, today's video is how I budget one income, because it's one person making income in this house, as a single mom. I don't even know if that fits. How I budget one income as a single mom. How I budget one income. Maybe that makes sense. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. If you are someone that is questioning, where does your money go when you get paid? What do I do with my money? How can I start saving money? How can I start, moving better financially for myself and for my children? Then this is the video for you. Do me a favor, let me know right now in the comments if you're eating something. What's your go-to meal when it is, right now it's like 9:30. What's your late night snack kind of meal? Throw it in the comments. Let me know if you're eating something right now, because I'm kind of hungry and I want to imagine that I'm eating what you're eating. So let's get into it. So this is not to make you feel ashamed about your money. This is not a video about telling you that you're doing something wrong, that you need to get it right, that, this is a no judgment zone. We don't judge over here, because one thing is for sure, one thing's for certain. If you don't know something, you can't do something about it. You know what I mean? If you don't know something, you can't do something about it. So when you know better, you do better. So this is no judgment. Know what you should have, could have done. We here right now. My mom always say, like, don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. We ain't even get to tomorrow yet. So focus on what you could do right now, what you could change right now. And that's where we are with it. A lot of budgets fail because they aren't built for one person. When people normally make budgets, or those rules that you see online about budgeting, it's normally made for people that live in a 2-parent household kind of deal, or maybe a single person, or people in relationship without kids. So sometimes budgeting does not take into account the unpredictability of having children. Expenses can be unpredictable. For example, like, this makes me think about, this was last summer. My son, 2 toilets in my house were just randomly not working. Me, I don't know anything about plumbing. So I'm thinking the downstairs toilet, it wasn't flushing. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong with this toilet. I don't know what's wrong with it. Go upstairs, and then the upstairs toilet is doing the same thing. So I'm wondering, like, are the pipes connected with one toilet cause the next toilet not to work? Like, what is going on here? So I end up calling the plumber. And he's like, whatever's in here is in here good. Like, he tried the little snake thing, that didn't work. He had to take the toilets off the wall. And do you know what he found? 5 cars down each of the toilets. 5 downstairs, 5 upstairs. And that cost me almost $800. It was like $770, like, some odd number, almost $800 on a random Wednesday. If someone is telling you a rigid structure for a budget, they didn't take into account how unpredictable kids can be and how expensive kids can be for something random. And you know what? I asked my son, I'm like, why are the cars in the toilet? Oh, I was doing sink or float, mommy. I was doing sink or float. Like, okay, you were learning. Good learning experience, but bad for mommy's toilets. We don't do sink or float in the toilets. So it's like, budgets cannot be rigid. Budgets, especially when you have kids and you're a single mom, you're working with one income, We don't have time for rigidness. We need flexibility, because sometimes you might have to dip into that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to dip into that emergency fund sometime. I used to think having a budget meant you're broke. I used to think having a budget meant that you were broke. When someone used to, like, I think I told you on one of my other videos, when I used to do music and people would ask me, okay, when I would go to the studio, what's your budget? What's your budget for, your music? What's your budget? I'm like, budget? Even though I ain't had no money, I still took offense to that. And I'm just like, budget? Maybe that's why I took offense, because I knew I ain't had nothing. Getting mad. Like, why are you asking me what my budget is? We just spend. We spending, even though I don't got no studio money. Whatever it costs is what I'm going to pay. No, wrong freaking answer. You do have a budget. Having a budget just means that you know where every dollar is going before it goes. You know where every dollar is going before it goes. Every dollar has a job. We are not just spending money without knowing where it goes. We're not just spending money and not knowing what happened with it. That's not what a budget is, okay? It's not living on restrictions. We're not restricting ourselves just because we're on a budget. We still want to spend. We still want to have nice things. We still want to make our lives comfortable. But money does need to be assigned, because making yourself comfortable doesn't mean that, oh, we're going to forget about our bills on this end, or we're going to forget about saving and paying ourselves on this end. Yes, we still want nice things, but our dollar needs to have a job. Before the month even comes in, we need to know where our money's going, who's it going to, how much is going. From this day, right now, from the date of you watching this video, tell yourself right now, every dollar has a job. No more will I spend without my dollars being accounted for and me knowing where they're going. Because where are they going? We need to know. Man, so many years I spent money and didn't know what I spent it on, and you don't take into the account the random expenses that you do. And I'm not talking little coffees or food or, stuff here. And I'm thinking about when I moved 3 times, just thinking about me moving 3 times in 1 year, how much money I spent, how much extra random money I spent from movers. Now my bed is broken through the move, so now I got to buy another bed, and just random stuff. And then you wonder, where did thousands of dollars go? Where did thousands of dollars go? Oh, you don't remember that you randomly said, you know what, I want a Tempur-Pedic. I want a new mattress. Even though your mattress was fine, you just wanted to spend money for what? We're not doing it no more. We're not doing it no more. It's crazy. I talked to my cousin the other day, and she's the one who gave me this idea of starting another account for just a house fund, because she's always, I think we purchased our homes around the same time. I think she might have purchased her home a year before me or a year after. I know we did it like within 1 year of each other. I'm not sure who did first, but she, she's always doing stuff to her house. Like a couple weeks ago, she got her new carpet put down, and I'm just like, wow, like you getting stuff done. Me, I haven't done anything. Like what have I done here? Nothing. And she's like, yeah, well, I have a account specifically for my house stuff, and I just put money in it. And when it's time for me to want to do something, whether it's paint or new carpet, I go into that account, because that account is specifically for the house. And I'm like, wait, that makes sense. That makes sense. Instead of having all your money in one account, your bills, your fun, your flex, your house, your travel, all that stuff is in one account. So when it's time to spend on something, you may inadvertently take money. Let me look that word up, because I like to make sure I'm using words in the proper context. Like it sounded right. Let me see. Inadvertently. Let's see. Yep. To do something unintentionally. I knew it. To do something unintentionally, accidentally, or without full attention, often resulting from oversight. Yes, you may inadvertently spend some money that's meant for, let's say, your water bill, or let's say the kids' soccer needed to be paid, or let's say that was your grocery money, but then you say, oh, you know what, I want to get some new carpet. And you just go ahead and spend, because you see money in your account. So you say, okay, I'm going to spend on new carpet. Boom, you call the person, get the carpet done. Then you're looking through your account. You're like, the light bill is due, groceries, and the trash is due this week. And let me think of something big, because carpet is not like cheap like a light bill, I would hope. You know what I mean? So it's like something big is due. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to pay this bill that costs almost the same as the carpet. Now I done took away from that bill because I decided to get carpet done, not thinking about something else that needed to be done. You get what I'm saying? Whereas if you had an account specifically for house stuff and you decide I'm gonna get carpet with this money, that's the decision. That's the decision. So I think I skipped over a few points. You want to have different accounts for different things because it helps you to budget in a way. I'm losing my train of thought. First thing is first, have a mindset shift. Tell yourself right now, budgeting is not some type of punishment. Budget does not mean you're broke. Budget is not something to be frowned upon, but it is something for you to know where your money is going. We want to be smart with our money this year, right? We want to do things so that our money is growing and working for us, not that we're just spending money because we just have no thought about it. Oh, I'll just make that back tomorrow. Too many times I thought like that. I'll just make that back tomorrow. No, we want to save what we made today so it can grow, so we can have double tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I think that mindset came from me being a waitress. When I was a waitress, I was making tips and I was about maybe 19, 20 years old. And I would spend every tip I made, I would spend it that day. I'll make it back tomorrow. I'll make it back tomorrow. Me and my cousin, we worked together. We thought it was cute. We would go to the mall. I'll make it back tomorrow. I'll make it back tomorrow. No. What if you don't make it back tomorrow? What happens if you don't make it back tomorrow? Then what? No, you have to shift your mind to not think like that. And it's crazy because now that I think about it, I have taken that mindset till about now. Till about this year or late last year, I have just stopped thinking like that. When I was at the club, what did I say? I'll make it back tomorrow. When I was any type of fast money I was getting, I'll make it back tomorrow. I'll make it back tomorrow. I'll make it back tomorrow. No. And now, like, we're doing digital products and, content creation, you think like that too. I'll make it back tomorrow. I'll make it back tomorrow. But I had to reprogram my mind to not think like that. There is no I'll make it back tomorrow. We're going to keep what we made today and compound on what we make tomorrow. Get that mind. If you have that mindset, like how I had that mindset, get that mindset out of your head right now. It's no, we'll make it back tomorrow. You understand me? It is, we are going to keep what we made today and compound on it tomorrow. That is the new mindset shift. So how do we budget? How do we start this? How do we put money to the side and away? Like what exactly do we do? You're in luck, my friend, because I'm going to give you the step-by-step rundown of what I am now doing and what I have learned. So first we start with zero-based budgeting, okay? Income minus expenses equals zero. And that does not mean $0. That means zero allocated dollars. So no money is unallocated. We are allocating these dollars to go where it's supposed to go, okay? So income minus expenses. Hold that thought. With my budgeting spreadsheet, I took it step by step and I wrote down all my fixed expenses, which is my bills, stuff that it has to be paid no matter what, right? That's your rent/mortgage. That's your, let's say you have a trash fee. What else? Water, electric, gas, your cell phone bill, your Wi-Fi, whatever is your fixed expense. Those are your fixed expenses that are not going anywhere, right? Then you have your variable expenses. These are expenses that can change. These are expenses that the amount is not fixed. Even though something like your water, your gas, because I know mine is not always the same. So that's up to you. That could somewhat be a variable expense because it's kind of like a need, but it changes. So maybe that will go under variable expense now that I think about it, because it's not the same every month. It's probably around the same, but it's not exactly the same. But your variable expenses are things like groceries, gas for your cars, your personal care, entertainment, subscriptions, things like that will be variable. And this is where your budget can fall apart. Okay. This is where your budget can fall apart. If you say that you spend about $1,000 a month on groceries, right? You spending $250 every week on groceries. That's about $1,000 a month. But in between your weekly shopping, you're going back to the market and getting little things here and there because maybe you wanted to cook something else for dinner, or maybe you ran out of something and now you need to go back. But let's say you're going back to the market and you spending about $200 extra on top of that throughout the month just with random little visits. Now we're at $1,200 a month, but what you have written down for your budget is $1,000. You go on about your business, and the next thing you know, the end of the month comes and now you're minus $200 and you're trying to figure out, I wrote everything down. I took my time with my budget. What is going on here? I should have $200 to send to my savings. Where is it? This is why you have a variable side, because your budget can quickly fall apart if you do not have a cap at what you're going to spend on variable expenses. So you have to say to yourself, this is my grocery budget, non-negotiable. If we don't have it, we just don't have it. If we don't have this snack, it has to wait till the next week. And I tried that once with my daughter. I'm like, whatever we don't have this week, you have to wait till next week, because that's what's on our budget. That fell apart quickly. I ain't even gonna hold you. I stopped that so quick. But it's like, no, you got to go back to it, because this is how serious we're getting with our money. If the budget is $250 a week for groceries, that's the budget. If the budget is $100 a month in subscriptions, that's the budget. We're not going over because, well, maybe I'll just no. We're being strict with where our money is going. So when we talk about where to house our budgets and our money, I have started a 3-account system. I have 5 accounts, but first we'll talk about the first 3. And this is how I separate my money so that there's no overspending. There's no question about, can I spend? And there's no holding back with, when I want things for myself, or when I want to shop, or when I want, certain things. So I have 3 accounts. One is strictly a bills account, just bills. Nothing comes out of here except for bills. There's no swiping for random coffee. There's no swiping for a random outfit. There's no swiping for a restaurant outing. This is my bills account. Everything that's coming out of here is bills. Then we have our fun account. Tip: if you want to open different bank accounts for stuff like this, look for bank accounts that have deals, okay? Banks want you to open up with them. Look for bank accounts that say, hey, we'll give you $300 or we'll give you $250 if you open a new checking account. Go open a new account. It's just a bank account. Go open it. Go get that free money. Hint, hint. So, and I actually just did this. I just opened a new bank account for my bill account. And it's okay to switch it, because I opened a bill account maybe 2 years ago. Opened a bill account and they had it might have been $200 promotion. I don't remember. They had some type of promotion. But once you deposit money into there, they give you the promotion, whatever their cap is. Like the new one that I just opened, it was like deposit $500 and we'll give you $300. You think I ain't gonna get that free $300 from the bank? Why not? And what did I do? I treated it just like any other deposit. I separated into my different accounts. Some is going to my savings. Some is going to my fund. Some is going to my bills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go get it. Why not? It's there. So I have my bills account, I have my fun account, which is fun. If I want to go to the restaurant, I'm going to go. If I want to buy a random outfit, I'm going to go. If I want to, whatever, go get my nails done. That's all fun money. That's fun. I put that under the fun category. Okay. Bills, fun. And then now my third one is my house fund. So this is for anything home goods, home repairs, anything related to the house is going into the home fund. So I'm in the middle of, I guess this is another topic for another day. I had heard on the radio. No, I heard someone, I think it was a TikTok. And the guy was saying, if you're used to being displaced or you're used to moving around a lot, you tend to not decorate your house subconsciously because you're just waiting for the day that you're going to be put out again. And I kind of suffer from that a little bit because my old apartment, I was facing eviction a lot. And when I walk out of my house, I still look behind me and look at my front door. Even though I have a mortgage, I bought this house. I look behind me at my front door expecting to see an eviction notice. It's just like it's programmed in me. And sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I come downstairs and I just look around and I'm looking at my kitchen, I'm looking at my couch and everything's still there. And I'm just like, this is my home. This is my house. So I'm telling myself it's okay to decorate. It's okay to put pictures up on the wall. It's okay to make your house a home because it's your home. So I'm in the middle of doing that, decorating, really getting my vibe. I'm not really much of a decorator. I'm not really good at it, but I'm learning. So that's what I'm working on. So a house fund is much needed. Putting money in there so I can do whatever I want to do with it. Where I live, I have to, buy a gate. This was a new build. So there was nothing, no gate, no fence, no none of that. I want to get a fence. So it's like, okay, put money in there. No rash decisions. No, hey, let's go get a fence. No, we're going to put money into our house fund. And then when that money is available, it's like delayed gratification because you actually saved for it. It feels good. I didn't know nothing about delayed gratification. Now it's there. Now we can go get that fence and we can feel good about it because we stacked up for it. We didn't make a rash decision for it. We did it the right way. So those are the 3 accounts. And it helps eliminate that overspending because you can easily go get your nails done, go to a restaurant, go buy some hair, go get a lavish dinner, go to a spa, go get some drinks, be out on the town. You could easily spend $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 just that quick. You know what I mean? And then wake up the next day and say, oh my goodness, my car payment is due. Oh my goodness, my phone bill is due. Oh, but I went out last night and I was buying everybody shots because it was in my account because I wanted to feel like I got it. And I wanted the people at the bar to smile in my face and make me feel good for the moment. So I spent on the people at the bar. But now my phone bill's due. No. So this avoids that because if it's just your fun account and it's in there and that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But at least we know the bill money is over there. The house money is over there. Then we have 2 high yield savings accounts for our savings. We have an emergency fund and then we have a random savings that whatever you want to call it. For me, it's my travel fund. I plan on going to Thailand. I told you I wanted location freedom. I want to start homeschooling out of the country. I plan on living in Thailand the end of the year for a couple months. That's my travel fund in that account. So that way, when it's time to go to Thailand, there is no issues. We're getting the flight. We're getting our stay. We're staying for a while. We have food. We're good. Not, oh, I'll make it tomorrow. Let me get online. I'll make it tomorrow. No, we're not doing that. We're going to have a savings over there. That money is all the travel fund. And that when we get back from Thailand, oh, there's still money in the travel fund. Now we're going here. This is the travel fund. This is how you live where you can do the things you want to do because the bill money is over there. The bill money is over there. We're not even touching the bill money. This is just travel. This is my travel flex fund. That way it's always a trip book because the money is over there. You get what I'm saying? So, and you don't have to, I know 5 accounts may sound like a lot, but you don't have to think about this in terms of we're putting a lot of money over there. Of course, that's going to be dependent on your income. So what do they always say? Make more income. I'm not cutting back. Make more income. But Even if you're starting little, you can break down $100. You can break down $100 and send it everywhere it needs to go. Of course, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and all your money is going to bills, it's going to be hard to do this. That's why it's important to create more streams of income for yourself so you're able to do things like this. Because if you're not making enough, it's going to be hard to allocate these, money to different places. And if that is the case, still, even if you can only pay bills, still open up a high yield and pay yourself first. Even if it's only 5 to 10% of your money, put it in a savings account, because you have to pay yourself first. Because that's my next point. A tire blowout, an emergency is one step away from rock bottom. So you have to have a sinking fund. So a sinking fund is money that you need for an emergency or medical expenses, car emergencies, house repairs, back to school spending, Christmas spending, those big spending times that you need money for. This is what that's what a sinking fund is for. That way, when it comes, there's no crisis, there's no panicking. It's just, we have that money there, is taken care of. So back to the high yield savings accounts. A small account can grow with a high yield. So let's remember, a regular savings account at a regular bank is only going to give you 0.5% return, sometimes 0.3. Like, they barely have any type of growth on these accounts. You have to open up a high yield that's going to give you 3.5 to 4% return. These are just high yields, okay? So your money is growing 3% every year. You know what I'm saying? So 3.5% every year, whatever it is that you have, whatever the interest rate that you have on your account. So for your sinking funds and your emergency fund and your travel fund, you want to have this in a high yield savings. So that way your money is growing. This is passive. You don't have to do anything for this money except put it into the account. So when I get my money, what I do is I break it down. I take 15% of my money, and that 15% I break down. Some is going into the fund account. Some is going into high yield number 1. Some is going into high yield number 2. You get it? Simple. The rest of it is staying in the bill account. Bills on auto pay, whatever needs to be paid. And then if there's some extra, we throw that onto some debt, some credit card debt. You get it? All it is splitting your money so that it works for you. Split your money so that it works for you. Don't keep your money in one account. Do not keep all of your money in one bank account. And most definitely do not use the savings accounts at the bank. It's just not worth it when you could be making a return on your money, compound interest, just sitting there. That's the name of the game, folks. So if you start to do this budget, if you start to, track your budgeting and start getting good with your budgeting and it breaks, don't think you failed, because you didn't fail. You're learning. When something doesn't work the first time, I want you to start looking at it as, now you have data. Now you have data. You can see what went wrong and how to fix it. Adjust the category. Don't change the habit. Just adjust the category. Because let's use the grocery example for a little bit. If you notice that you are spending that extra $200 every month in grocery because you keep running back to the store, adjust your grocery budget. Give yourself a little bit more wiggle room on the grocery budget so you can get the things that you need. Maybe look for sales and things like that. So that way this stuff is on the budget and you're not just randomly running to the store to pick up something, messing up your budget. Adjust the budget. Don't change the habit, because you obviously keep going to the grocery store for a reason, because you're sticking so hard to this budget, but you're forgetting certain things that you still need on your grocery order. So just adjust the budget. Don't adjust the habit. I saw a guy say he looks at his budget every day. Every day. You don't have to go that hard at first. I mean, you can if you want, but at least once a week, look at your budget, look at what's working, what you need to change. This could set your tone up for your entire week. Just go back and look at your budget and see what's going on, what's working and what's not. Because every time that you look at it and you see what's going on, it's data. I'm just so happy that I really started doing this, because it's really giving me a peace of mind. It's really giving me a peace of mind because I know, okay, my bill money is over here. It's taken care of. My fund money, this is for this account. You know what I mean? It gives me that peace of mind. And then it's teaching me how to invest. I'm learning how to invest my money and actually put my money in different places where it can grow and grow for me and work for me. If I never would have sat down and thought about a budget, if I never would have sat down and got over that shame of the word budget, I never would have gotten here. Never would have gotten here. So I put together a budget spreadsheet for single moms on one budget that just don't know where to start, don't know where to begin. It's going to be dropping in the next 2 weeks, and I'm trying to make it pretty. I'm trying to make it look cute. Want it to look cute. I'm going to let you guys know right now. I'm not that creative, but it's customizable. So you make it look cute for yourself. The important thing is getting those categories right and making sure that your budget is correct so that your money is correct. You feel me? So it's exactly what I use. It's helped me a lot. It's really helped me to change financially and change as a person, because I'm telling you, I was really a carefree, don't care type of person when it came to my money, when it came to spending. And now I'm just so much more careful, and I'm very proud of myself in that aspect. So to the single mom out there watching this right now, if you're feeling stuck or you never had a budget that actually worked for you, it's not because you're bad with money. It's because no one ever built you a system for your exact situation, something that will work for you. But I get it. I've been there. I've been at rock bottom, and I've built myself up. I've been building myself up, and you can do it. You could do it. You know what I mean? Like, you really literally can do it. The first step though is starting with a mindset change. Like, you have to change your mindset. When you come over here on this side, we don't talk about what we can't do. We don't make excuses. We get up, we make a plan, and we execute. So this week, just start with one thing. Write down all your bills. Just know what bills you have, what is coming out of your house. That's the first step. And that's it. The rest builds from that one decision. I'll see you tomorrow.